Okay, let me test the sound quality. If that sounds fine, then we can move on. Okay, let me test the... Yep, that sounds fine. And then I'll just get this chat over here. And then we can probably start in a couple of minutes. Okay, that should be fine. Let me get a drink and then we can start. So I'm going to be taking just a couple of minutes. Okay, I am ready. I'm not uploading videos because I'm not really making YouTube videos for trading with Edge. I'm doing those for counter trend capital because again, that is more something that I can value my time a bit more. So yeah, that's the reason. I don't really get anything from YouTube, unfortunately, monetary wise. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, let's start with the, let's see, let's go here. Let's start with the indices. Actually, let me check if there was some requests I should do first. Okay. Again, all of these have been very, very bullish locally. However, we are getting loads of divergences on multiple of these indices. So, got to be really careful if you want to be going long. I would never go long on these scenarios. Again, especially now that we are like one-to-one extension of this, it's not really looking too hot. There is definitely a chance that this is an ABC structure here with some kind of ending diagonal here that is just super extended. I would be very careful if I would be doing that. These were the scenarios we were playing last week. Nothing has really changed basically in a week here on S&P 500. It's been quite lame of a price action, but again, we have traded loads of other assets as well, so it doesn't really matter. Here we have not taken out the highs. Nasdaq is very close to doing that as well. Yesterday that was close as well, and I think last week as well we were talking about the same thing, how it was super close of taking these highs, invalidating the idea that this could be a start of something new as a 5-way structure or an impulse or motive way structure, sorry, coming down like we have on other indices where that is possible. All of these have the same potential of having this as some kind of ABC. However, it is super bullish or super fast as a movement, which is why this definitely can be a 5-way, although this structure may be disagreeing with us a bit. Russell obviously is the weakest. It got that one-to-one extension here that we had last week as well, that we talked about it, hit the one-to-one, started to consolidate in a sideways fashion, and nothing has happened ever since. So the whole week in the indices world has been very sideways, not really much of a happening. Sure, on Dow, for example, we had a move to the upside, but that is again very choppy and nothing really else. But yeah, there's not really much going on the indices. Maybe we should just go to the other ones since nothing is really going on here. We can take a look at Hang Seng. Let's see if there is anything here. We're talking about this possibility here. If we are going to be looking for some kind of play, one-to-one extension, however, again, is very easy to label this as a 3-way structure as well. So yeah, but we are not still there. Let's see, what was the 20th, that high around here was last week's stream, and we're thinking that it should be coming down a bit more into that one-to-one if we want to be having a trade. If that is not going to happen, I'm not going to be touching this. Nifty. Everything is shifted down. Do I have another chart here? No. Nice. So let's see if I can move everything up. Maybe something like that. It's not really working out, is it? It's not. Something like this, maybe. It's like it's regular, but almost looks like it's logarithmic scale because none of these are really fitting too well. Yeah, this is not really fitting either. This should probably be an ABC. Well, in any case, Nifty has been going sideways from 2021. Again, this is very high time frame. Let me see if I can actually clear some of this mess here. Okay, there we go. 3 ways up here, I think, is an ABC. There is potential that this next structure here is an ABC as well. If we do that in same kind of fashion, then we would have 3, 3, and 3, creating a WXY to the upside. And while we have a potential 3 ways like so, or a WXYZ downwards from the 2021 highs, we would have an A, B, and C. Again, this would be very pivotal, and we would see very clear firewall structure, or at least that would be the main target here for that kind of structure. Let's see, where do we target? Is the 1.236 retracement, this area here, 21,300 to 21,800, give or take a few tenths there. That's the area of interest. And if we are comparing this one here, so it's just beyond the 0.618, so it's not really hitting anything. One-to-one would be hitting that pocket perfectly. There's also another way of looking at this whole thing. If I turn this macro off and this group, I can actually probably just combine these two. Another way of looking at this is where we have this as the main structure, then have this as a secondary structure. And now we would be close to that one-to-one. The issue with this count, however, is that we came down again in 3. We had a corrective structure coming down in 3, or well, potentially 5 as a WXYZ. But again, this is overlapping. Even if it was here, this is 3. So again, the assumption is that we are continuing the previous trend, which is this larger section. So if this is large enough in time, let's take a look. It barely is, 23.6 is hit. So basically there is a chance that this is basically correction of this whole move already, and then we'd be getting another one of these. But both of these scenarios are looking to the upside, whether you have it like this or this. Yeah, I kind of like Nifty going way higher still. DAX, super strong still. We are starting to get some divergences going now. I don't like this idea, having this as a third wave. This was the earlier versions of these counts. I feel like there is still a chance that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but again, or even into these highs. But I don't know how to label this at the moment. We could have the third wave here, and this would be the last leg, which would be then comparable to this first leg here. 1-to-1 to 1.618, that area of interest would be the main target where we are currently at. But I think it does not really matter. I think this is an impulse wave either way, and I think we had a corrective wave structure here. The question is this part of something before it, or is it just something new? Because there is always a chance that we could have something like this as some kind of WXY coming down. Although the previous structure does not really seem to fit too well ending here. However, again, we had the version of that as well, where we had this diagonal like so, and that was the end. So both those are still on the table. I think we are coming to a close. We have divergences in place from this rise against this current price, and also locally. So there is a couple of divergences now present, but these are kind of shady to just short, because again, this could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 even here. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, maybe there is a chance that we're just crashing soon. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say how we want to label that. Maybe something. Yeah, that doesn't work anymore. Maybe once we break this kind of channel, then we could be looking for that short opportunity. I'll add an alert here if we happen to exit this channel during the stream. ORS 200, not as bullish as DAX. Not really a surprise. We're talking about this possibility of going along here, and yeah, that seems like it's going decent. And again, that was just the reason of this being a 3-wave here, and then we would be looking for move up. The issue with this now is that this is very choppy, and I don't like it. I don't like the idea that this is 1 2 1 2 1 2 or anything like that. This could be a diagonal. This is very impulsive as well, so I'm not quite sure how to label this. Super bullish would be just calling this 1 2 1 2 here. But again, if you're in this trade that we talked about, probably going to be setting a stop loss down here, and that would be probably around 1-to-1 trade already established here. Yeah, just beyond it, or just before it. It's super choppy, so I'm not really too keen on it either. Stocks. This was the trade here. In here, we took profits here, put the stop loss back to 0 or the entry, and then we only got that amount of gain here, and it took us or stopped us at here back again. But yeah, that was profitable still. Now we need to be looking for another opportunity on Tesla. I don't really like how Tesla's now behaved. I don't know how this or what kind of pattern this is. To me, this looked very clear as a 5-wave. That's why I like this as a potential 1-2. But this has been, well, that invalidated the whole idea since we took out the high. So yeah, until we get a clear direction, I'm not interested in any of this anymore. Meta, we had divergence going on. We had some potential short opportunities here, but it's not really too pretty. This is again based on this ABC potential, where this would be an A, B, and then looking for that C wave. Sure, this could be a 1-2 1-2 1-2 or something like that. Or let's see, actually, yeah, it could be, yeah, but it's less probable overall. But it's still valid. Baba, super weak, had another drop down here and gap down. Still going to be staying in that trade for quite a while. We'll see when we are going to be getting out of that. Potential triangle here. Kind of ugly, but yeah, whatever. GME. Okay, that was a nice pump here. Almost 50% pump out of nowhere again. Okay, I don't know about this. Netflix. Bullish. Yeah, I think it took out the is this not all-time high? This high here, the yearly high, July. I like the idea of this being an ABC more, because again, for the wave 4, we have already come back to this previous structure here. We did not go back to the wave 1 territory, so there is of course a possibility that this is a wave 4, but the look it gives is just not there, because it would be kind of weird looking if this was an 1 2 3 4 5. It just doesn't look good. Staying out of that as well until I get something cool. Boeing is coming up to the extension targets we want to be shorting here, or is actually there now. We don't really want it to go past the 2-to-1 extension here. We could be stopping that here. This is just an extension here. We do have some divergence here already in place. More divergence. I think this is coming to an end. I kind of like this as is. I don't think I yeah. But yeah, there's definitely a chance that this is a start of something to the downside. We had quite a few of the stocks, however, already take out this high, which made me doubt this whole thing. For example, Coinbase was one of them, and well, this was the similar 5-wave structure, but yeah, not that much. Apple was one of those that I really liked. It's in profits at the moment, with the same idea that we have an ABC here. But yeah, that's that. Amazon took out the high, had a strong reaction on the previous high to the lows. But again, as we talked about previous then as well, we could have had this as an ABC. And this current structure can be an ABC like so as well. Oh, sorry, ABC like so. And then come down again. So too many options at the moment. ARC, not interested. PayPal did good. I already exited this. There was a potential for this to be a 1-2-1-2 setup, and this again did 10-1 basically, or 9-1. This was the first profits here. We took out the previous high. We came down in 3, let the rest run, and we got another great move afterwards. Took out the previous highs here. Again, more profits in these areas, and then I think I set my stop loss below some of these here, and well, it showed quite a lot of weakness, and now it's just, I don't know, crumbling down a bit. 1.6 minute extension. I don't know what this is here, so maybe it's some kind of diagonal. Later we will see, but I'm out of that position now. What this overall structure might be is another question mark, similar to Tesla, however. So again, I need to wait for structure to happen for me to actually take another position on this, or any kind of idea at least. Palantir has not climbed enough. Let me actually type that BA trade. It's not climbed enough. End phase. I think this was about the idea that we would have something like this here. Oh, no. Sorry. It was about this being a 5-wave here and coming back down into low enough areas, but never did. Created a new high. Now it's most likely just a 3 somewhere here, some kind of 3 up, or in here, then maybe another structure like so. Maybe, I don't know. The most bullish scenario here is 1-2-1-2, and then we go to the moon, or that we have a AB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure if the indices are strong enough that to agree with this, to be honest, because I see them topping out still quite soon. Okay, Bitcoin is doing what we wanted. Let me see. I want Bitcoin to come back into these lows here. Just give me a second, I need to manage my trade a bit. What's this? Okay. That should be fine, and then this. Okay, I'm done. Where were we? Mara. Yeah, this potential wave 4 is way too high. I don't like the structure overall. Microsoft, one of those that has taken out the highs as well. However, we are getting divergences formed, so that gotta be careful with that. Nvidia, one of those as well, who has taken out the highs, but still potential for higher as well. Bank of America. There's this possibility of having this as a diagonal. Diagonals are always less probable, which is why I don't really like to play them too much. Most bullish scenario, of course, is that this is 1 2 1 2 1 2. If this comes back to probably the point of control, I might be looking for a long setup here. This as a main target, but if this is a 1 2 1 2 1 2, well, you know, we're going to the moon. But yeah, oops. I'm going to be just setting an alert here. I probably might want to be staying a bit higher here into some of these highs, probably even here, to start with these previous closes here. So that, what else do we have? Not much. Okay. Check out silver and gold, because those were the ones that we were talking about previously. They never came back. They never came back. And now they are extending up higher. I like silver a bit better compared to gold. This is looking pretty decent. We're still at the 1-to-1 extension, which generally means that, okay, there's more likely that is a corrective structure. However, if we are extending up in here, we could be looking for a 1 2 3 4 5, which would be more of an impulse wave. And especially if we take out these highs here with the extension, this whole thing could be a structure in its own already. It should be, or it could be part of this as well. Let's see the extension actually. Yeah. 0.618 minimum extension right at these tops. So liquidity lies here. That is probably the main target here. This could be a 3, 3, and then we come down, take out liquidity from both this low and this low, and then get that to move upside as well. Those are the two scenarios I see for gold or silver. I think it was pretty similar for gold. However, gold never got that extension like silver did. We did tag the 0.618 now, but again, it's not as bullish looking. 3 here, maybe 3 up in. Yeah, gold is not as bullish. Why I don't like the idea that this would be a 1 2 1 2 is just because, again, silver has already taken out that 1-to-1. Generally, on the smaller degrees, this secondary structure should not be larger than this one. So that's why I don't think this is a 1 2 1 2. If we come back to any of these highs here, we can basically say that, okay, it's not a 1 2 1 2. Or sorry, a 1 2 3 4 either, because again, we can't come back to those areas. So yeah, I really like the idea that this is more of a some kind of WXY or an ABC. There is definitely a 3-way structure here as well. That looks very good. Hitting the 0.618 at the moment. This actually looks like very decent of a triangle here. Probably would need to go smaller time frame to see that on RSI as well. US oil is still getting up higher. This was signaled on CTC as well. This one, and there was another opportunity coming in here, which actually I took as well, because we had this massive move up, three-way pullback, which looked way better than this one in my opinion, way better proportions, and then we've been just climbing up. I've taken most out because again we had a very choppy movement here, so I'm not quite sure what that is, but again we are getting that move that we are seeking overall and getting towards that 1-to-1. And also in here, this extension is getting to the 1.6 minutes. However, I don't think this is a wave 3 based on how overall choppy this is. So we'll see how that extension gets going. That gas, not really interested in here. Yeah, let's go through the through these ones. Crypto next. Locally, I kind of like the idea. Don't look at these labelings before. They don't make too much sense. I like the idea that we are still looking for a fifth move up higher. Some kind of fifth wave. There's liquidity here for sure. And I think 40k is somewhat realistic target. We had a three-way structure coming down. Extension-wise, the structure-wise is horrible. But I think that this looks pretty decent as 5. Something like this. And now I would be looking for a three-way pullback here. I was looking for these areas of 37.2-ish. Might be that we are actually done here already, since we are getting some kind of reaction here. That would be unfortunate, because I wanted it to come lower. But we did take out the main targets for liquidity, which was all these 3 lows here. So 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, that could be the reason why we are getting move up again as well. But the retracement overall is not too good for me. We did not even get to the golden pocket. That would fit the 1-to-1 extension as well, apparently. But yeah, I kind of like it to come a bit lower. Let's actually see the volume here. Loads of volume. It basically hit that volume here, that shelf of volume, where we got that reaction from. There was of course previous resistance as well here that turned into support. So yeah, multiple factors why we had some kind of bounce there. And might be a low here as well established already. But if it is, then probably need to be looking for that retracement and then look for that trade up. ETH. ETH is not really agreeing with that idea that we have 5. ETH just looks more like a 3, because again this 4th wave and wave 1 tops are colliding, overlapping, and yeah, we just can't have that. So in here, I like the idea that this is an ABC way better as well. We hit the 1.236, we never got too much extension there. Here we would have a expanded flat, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5 into these lows, does not really matter. And then we have another 3-way structure. So 3 here, 3 up, and then I would be looking for 3 down again, based on these pivots here, something like this. Get rid of that so I can mark these better. So something like this, 1-to-1 to 1.618, 1995 to 1956, or 59. So that is an area of interest for me. Not really super bullish looking, the structure. This looks more like a 3. If we come back down into here, I think we might be having way lower prices as well still to come. 1-to-1 would be most likely looking at targeting all of these lows for liquidity. I don't think this move is going to be the one that is taking us down here. For that, I think we probably are going to be needing another structure like this for ETH. So as definitely not as bullish looking as Bitcoin is. Dot. I like this structure coming down in 3. The issue with this one that I had was that we never got to that 1-to-1. Here we did, but I don't know. It just doesn't look too good. I like the idea that we had a 3 here, although again we missed the main target here with this kind of flat action. The issue with this one, however, was that the only possibility for being bullish is that we had a diagonal here. 3-way structure, however, that is decent, and then we had a potential 5. But this dump here is kind of concerning to me. I'm not going to be going in on this kind of structure. We had multiple other alts that had a better 5-wave here that we traded, and yeah, we don't need to be. We can definitely choose the trades we are taking. AVAX, another 3-way structure coming down. This definitely was not one of those that had a clear 5-wave here as well. Another 3 down. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Not looking too good, that one. Doge. 3-way coming down. I'm not sure. Doge had something here locally as a potential start of something new to the downside. We'll see if that holds. ADA. ADA is, I don't know, this is just so weird. You could probably go for a breakout trade here of some sort. I never do these, so don't really trust these. If I was looking for this kind of setup already, I would be looking to enter the shorts here, not at the breakout, right? Because the risk would be the previous high here compared to this at the same stop loss. I don't know where you're going to be placing the risk, or basically your stop loss here if you're doing that breakout trade. But yeah, you can see that you would need way larger of a move here for even have a 2-to-1 trade. Compared to this would be 8. So yeah, definitely look for the setups that are actually able to provide you something. This looks decent. 3 here, 3 here. Let's see if this actually hits 1-to-1. Kinda did, yeah. I kinda did, yeah. It's kind of suspicious. I don't like that as a 5. Not really a 5-wave. Quite a few of these look very decent as the 3-ways coming down, 3-way going up, and there is definitely a chance that we do this. But it's just that all of these don't look too good. Like this could be a diagonal here, right? It looks pretty decent. However, this retracements here up did not get to the 1-to-1, so there's not really much of a trade, at least to me. Yo, what up, Chaotic? Yeah, not really much here. Ape, There's one trade that I had, I think posted yesterday, this one here. Got this nice move of the lows, came back in 3, entered, and then we took off. And that was nice trade. I'm already out of this because again, this looked very impulsive to the downside as well. So most likely this is some kind of ABC going up. So again, profits taken and then moving stop to a reasonable location. I don't have it here. You could have it at the entry, but for me, I moved it down into these lows. And yeah, that got triggered. But yeah, profits, decent profits. This is not gone the way I wanted, but we're still in the game. Rune, this is still a massive move. Moving still. I had a CTC video made where we had 2 scenarios, where we had either this coming down like so, or that we had a structure where this was an ABC. I don't think we ever got this high, but it looks like we are getting some kind of move here. Potential move downwards. Maybe this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Low, divergence, all divergences, nice. That looks pretty decent. And then we have that divergence from 3rd to 3rd to the whatever that is, the end of 5th. Yeah, that looks very decent. Probably want to be looking for a trade here if we are getting this as a 5. There's a chance that this whole thing is over already, going down, but yeah, we did hit the 1.6 on it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get that divergence here, look for a 3-way pullback. Probably this kind of area of resistance here, and something of these lines, and look for lower. Super small time frame, but this could be massive because again we have targets here lower. But we'll see. Probably not going to be a very large position on that one, as it is super small time frame. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about on these at the moment. Let's actually check out total 3. What has it done? It made a massive move here. Yeah, okay. It never did create this one, but it did create a potential move here. Yeah. Still at the ABC targets, where this would be an A, B, C. We almost got to the 1.6 right there. Super close. A massive move here. 30-40%. $100 billion into altcoins. That is loads, so much. But again, if you're just zooming out, assuming that this was an end, we are still with the idea that this could be an ABC or a WXY. If it's an ABC, we might look for one more high here, potentially. If we get that in divergence, might not be a good thing. But ABC of some sort here, before a potential another continuation to the downside. It's not out of this world, that option, to me at least. Because there's these gaps here. It generally means that we have some kind of wave 3, potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And if we are having a 3 wave here, well, what comes after? Either this structure is the start of this whole move, which makes it quite out of proportion time-wise, otherwise it's or else it's just fine. because again we should be comparing this to something else before it, which to me is this area here, because again I think we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to me, this being a 5-way start of something looks more probable, and we would be coming down, and that would be the crypto winter soon. And that could be lasting same idea or same time as this first structure here. And even if we are doing it basically right here, where do we have it right now, that would be early 2025 where it could be ending back into these areas where we were around 2020, right? So take care with those long-term positions, and yeah, definitely taking profits is always a good thing if you're still in profits. If you're just hodling, maybe there's another opportunity for buying later on then. But yeah, this came down in 3, looking for probably move up still based on this structure. This looks very impulsive to the upside, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we are going to be doing something like that. And this could be a 1-2. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover. If you're interested in learning more Elliott Wave, check out the course on Udemy, Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course. If you don't know anything about Elliott Wave, you probably should check out the Patreon. I have a basics course there. It's $10 or $11 a month, and once you have done that, you should have everything you need to get into this as well. And if you're interested in getting signals, check out Counter Trend Capital. Our Discord, we are already providing trades and everything there. So yeah, that is basically that. But yeah, that's going to do it for this live stream again. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next live stream again. Bye bye.